Hey, afternoon. So key principle number 28 is discipline. And this is a really controversial one because, when we talk about disciplining our children, really what it comes down to is giving them um, punishment or consequences in order to teach them that their behavior is inappropriate or wrong. And I am the kind of parent who would typically use discipline, would typically look to discipline my children in order to teach them how to behave. And with that discipline comes consequences for their actions, punishments for bad behavior. But having started, having read Calm Parents, Happy Kids and gone through all these different principles, particularly empathy, empathy is really just a foundational principle throughout the whole role of parenting. But, understanding empathy and understanding that parenting actually takes place in us, not between us and our children. And if we're able to empathize with our children and understand that, first of all, when they behave badly, it's because they feel badly. There's something not right within themselves. And generally, it's when we're able to connect with them that their behavior gets better. And so when we think about discipline, I've been seeing this as we've tried to focus our attention on connection and empathy, that the more we empathize with our children, certainly our oldest, who's almost 5, the more we empathize with him, the less discipline we need because he's connected to us, we're connected to him, and he naturally, as a child, wants to behave. He wants to do right by us as his parents, and most children do. But it's when they feel badly, when something's not quite right, or they've got this overflow of emotions that they can't deal with, that's when the bad behavior, inverted commas, comes out. Now, I don't know about you, but when I've done something wrong, and I know I've done something wrong, I know I've done it wrong. I don't need somebody else to tell me that I've done something wrong because I already know that and I already feel bad. And so it is with our children. They don't need us to punish them and give them consequences because they already know that what they've done is wrong or bad. What they need instead of consequences or punishment, enforced consequences or enforced punishment, is love and empathy from their parents. And, going back to consequences, there are natural consequences of all of our actions. With everything, every choice we make, there's always a consequence, and those consequences are natural. When I talk about not giving consequences, I'm talking about intentional consequences, or where we are placing a punishment or a scenario or a situation on our children because of what they've done that's outside of the natural consequences. So, as an example, if my oldest pulls one of his toys away from our youngest, who's not even a year old, the natural consequence is that our youngest is going to cry because he was playing with that toy and our son's just roughly pulled it away with no explanation and, essentially snatched him. So the natural consequence is that our youngest is upset. But we could give our oldest son an enforced consequence and, uh, you know, tell him to say sorry to our child, or make him give that toy back, even though it's his toy, and which of course would make him feel upset, and he doesn't want to say sorry. He doesn't want to give it back because he took it from him in the first place. That's a difference between a natural consequence and an enforced consequence. And of course, the natural consequences that our youngest is crying, we can help our oldest to be a part of the recovery of that situation by coaching him through that and help him to be part of the solution. Um, but really, what it comes down to is this understanding that our children need coaching. They need us to show them how to be part of the solution rather than us giving them consequences or enforced consequences or punishments because of the things that they do wrong. And obviously, they don't always want to do wrong things. It's just because they feel bad that their behavior is negative. So I think that's a great principle. It's a difficult one. I'm going to be honest because I'm so used to, naturally my default parenting is to go to consequences and punishment. But I do find that the more empathy we give, the less we have to do that. And it's a great thing to see in our relationship. So I look forward to seeing you in key principle number 29. Can you believe we're already almost at 30 key principles? But anyway, I'll see you then. Take care.